Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have my NBA Finals Game 4 player props and best bets for May 13th, 2025. So it's going to be Friday the 13th, my favorite day, one of my favorite numbers as well. So hopefully we go ahead and cash in on today's picks. I am super confident in these four picks I have for you today. About as confident as I've been all year during the playoffs because I really like the lines we're getting. These players I'm looking to fade these guys. They're in prime time to fade them. Now we did go 1-4, so it is a bounce back spot. We lost two by the hook. We lost Siakam on the last second. He dribbled. He made a last second layup. Caruso got a last second steal with a foul almost in the last minute or so. So we lost by the hook on those two. We ended up winning OB Toppin by the hook. And then Jaylen Williams was just a bad read. We ended up losing that bet pretty handily. I knew it was gonna be bad when that first his first bucket came off a missed dunk. So by Cason Wallace. So I knew we were in trouble when I saw that. Now we're getting back into the groove. A lot of people don't understand, but I do play unders, predominantly unders. There's a reason. I got a video up on that. Why do I play unders? So a lot of people are wondering. I'll put that in the comment section so you can go over it, kind of see why. And in game two, when we got a sweep, the reason why is because it was a blowout. Usually in blowouts, we get sweeps. So hopefully that happens. Not that it's a blowout, but hopefully we get a sweep. Unders are also very beneficial because of foul trouble and other things. And you gotta think about it. Most of these books are going to price these to the over, meaning they're going to price them higher because most people want to do what? They want to bet the overs. And if you watch the videos of most people on YouTube, they are going to give you over picks. People are just looking for overs because overs are more fun, but unders cash statistically more. With that being said, like I said, love the picks here. Absolutely can't wait to get to them. Let's go ahead and get into our stats. So our stats are doing pretty good. 55%. My goal is 56%. Not there yet. Hammer play 31 and 13, 70%. And then best bet 60%. Remember, every pick that I make, I bet myself. So I'm not just giving you picks. I put my money where my mouth is, literally. Also, I want to shout out all the new subscribers. 122 new subscribers in the last 28 days. Thank you so much for that. Hopefully, we continue to push that trend. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now before I get started. With that being said, here comes the hammer play. The hammer play has been doing great. As I said, 70% hit rate, which is, outrageously good, which is just crazy. But we talk about Tyrese Halliburton. He went 4 for 8 from three in the last game. Look for the Thunder to take away some of his open threes. That's pretty much all they talked about was how they need to be, more aggressive, more physical, beat them to the punch. If you listen to all the players in their press conferences and the coaches from the Thunder, all saying they need to be more aggressive, they need to be more physical, they need to take away some of his looks. So I don't see him getting those same looks in game four that he got in game three. Also, here's another thing. I expect him not to be aggressive again because for moments in that game three he wasn't aggressive. Even times where I was like, this dude could really take this shot or make this play. He kicks it out to somebody who can't make a shot. And that's not going to work against a defense like the Thunder. I talk about the Thunder a lot on their defensive side of the ball. They're the top 10, they're in top 10 on ISO defense and also top 10 in pick and roll defense. So they're ranked really high in defense in general, number one in the NBA. But I definitely see them taking away that pick and roll, which Tyrese Halliburton likes to do. And also, they don't allow you to ISO their big men very often without bringing help. So he had 13 attempts in the first two games. I see him getting about that same amount in this game. I don't expect him to be ultra aggressive, but he should be. Another thing I expect is him to have about the same amount of minutes. He's averaging 36 minutes. I expect another 36 minutes from him, or maybe less, but 36 at least for this game. Other thing is both sides have said we're going to take away his open looks. I mean, both players and coaches have said they're going to take away his open looks. 32.5 highest PRA of the series. This pick is time sensitive. I love it at 32.5. If it gets to 31.5, I'm not going to love it as much. So go ahead and try to lock that in at 32.5 PRA. I like his under 32.5. Next guy is Lou Dort of the Thunder. I absolutely love Lou Dort here, fading him. Um, I took a game off fading him, which was good because he went over. But now I'm back to fading Lou Dort again. He was part of our sweep in game two. Not a great shooter on the road. You know, 4 from 8 from three. That was the last game, and he barely went over with only 16 PRA. And he shot 50% from the three. Um, I expect a major regression in this game. 36 minutes, and you know, I don't see him getting less than 36 minutes. He'll continue to get his 36 minutes, but 90%, 95% of those minutes, he's his number one job in those 36 minutes is to guard Tyrese Halliburton, to be physical with Tyrese Halliburton, to stop Tyrese Halliburton. Offense is not what he's really worried about. Also, guarding Tyrese Halliburton takes him away from getting defensive rebounds. Um, he has only went over the 14 PRA on the road one time out of 8 games. Say that one more time. He's only been over the 14 PRA one time in 8 games on the road. So that's 12% of the time is he's over this number. I like those odds. Also, fading him off of a really good game. So the one game that he did go over was the last game. Give me his under 14 PRA for Lou Dort. I'm fading Jaylen Williams, and I get it. I faded him last game, and he cashed. He did not cash for us. He actually went over, but he's coming off a good game, so it's a good time to fade him. He's kind of like a yo-yo. He plays good, plays bad, plays good, plays bad. So it's a good time to fade him. Shooting 31% in the playoffs, and he's not doing much better in this series as well. I see Indiana will make some adjustments for him. Like I said, I knew it was a bad thing when he got that rebound and the putback off Case and Wallace missed dunk. That kind of got him going, let's be honest. Um, Took 19 shots in the last game. I see a little regression there because I see SGA, trying to take over more. This is a do or die win. This is very important. I mean, I think it's a do or die game for them. They don't win this game. I don't think they win the series. SGA knows that, and the coach knows that. So I think a lot of stuff will be for SGA, getting him in the post a little bit more, playing through him. So I see SGA being more aggressive is going to take away his usage rate. I think he's going to continue to get about 36 minutes in this game, as he's been getting in the other 2 games that actually mattered besides the blowout. So go ahead and give me his under 32.5 PRA. I'm fading him 2 times in a row. It's okay to fade somebody twice. Just because you lost last time doesn't mean you can never play him again. I'm gonna go ahead and fade Jaylen Williams here at under 32.5. Next guy is Miles Turner of the Pacers, and I'm fading Miles Turner for multiple reasons. Number one, this is not a great matchup for him since OKC decided to go small. Although he still draws the big, it's usually Holmgren, and he takes him away from the basket, which takes away his defensive rebound opportunities. Um, he missed practice or was limited in practice due to an illness. Yes, we're talking about practice, as Allen Iverson once said, but it's very important, especially in NBA Finals. You can't be missing practice, and you can't, especially when you're struggling from three, shooting 28%. He needs all the reps possible, and he's not rebounding the ball extremely well. Um, 28 minutes is, what he's basically getting. 29 minutes was his cap. I don't see him getting over that. I see him actually going a little under as Obi Toppin played well. And I think they like that lineup of Obi Toppin, Pascal Siakam. It's a little bit, quicker lineup. And you never know, Bryant might come out and shoot a little bit better. And if he comes out and plays well, that's going to cut into his minutes as well. So with Miles Turner also being sick and, maybe illness, whatever it is, yeah, the conditioning may not be there. Obviously, the shooting is probably not going to be there. And yeah, it's going to be a tough go at it. Season average 22, 21 average, playoff average. PRA projections at 20. Go and give me his under 20.5. I like it a little bit better if it went up to 21. Hopefully, the momentum will carry it there, but it probably will stay at 20.5. Now for today's best bet. I love this pick here. Pacers versus the Thunder. Out of 16 out of the last 19 game fours, they have all went under. Say that again. 16 out of the 19 last game fours have went under. Also, SGA and the Thunder talked about getting back in transition as number one thing they need to kind of correct. Also, with the Pacers, they struggle when teams are getting back. The Pacers do a good job of getting back on defense, though. They don't really try to offensive rebound. They kind of, if they miss a shot, they get back, which is good. You know, Rick Carlisle, that's probably one of his trademarks is getting back on defense. So they're not leaving a lot of open layups for OKC, making them play a set defense, which is a lot harder to do. So I like the under here. Remember, the Thunder are the best defense in the NBA. I don't see they continue to let Indiana get off. I think Indiana's going to struggle to score this game. I think OKC will play a little bit slower to try to mitigate the pace. Give me the under 225 for the Thunder versus the Pacers. I love this under pick. Now for a recap, we got Halliburton under 32.5, Dort under 14 PRA, Williams under 32.5, and give me Turner under 20.5 PRA. All unders from my PRAs. And like I always tell you guys, hit that subscribe button. It's free to subscribe to the channel. So much information for the NBA Finals. I have picks for you consistently. I will get into some TBT. I will get into some Summer League, which is, probably the best market around. We'll talk a little bit about that as we get closer to July. And then, of course, college football, NFL football. I'll be your tour guide throughout those seasons as well. I'm going to mix in a little WNBA more than likely, but right now I'm focusing on the NBA Finals, trying to give you the best opportunities to win. Also, hit the like button. If you don't have time to leave a comment, that's okay. Just hit the like button, show appreciation. I have given you videos for every single game since the NBA playoffs have started. So, just hitting that like button is important as well to help me grow, help that algorithm out a little bit. And then comments, of course, are welcomed. I like to have back-to-back conversations with you. If you have a bet that you like, or if you want to know about a bump that's maybe changed, do I still like it? I try to respond to all comments in the comment section. Even if it's just a fire emoji or whatever, I still want to comment back and let you know I appreciate it. And with that being said, I hope we have a great day. I want to go 5-0 today, 4-0 on our player props, 1-0 on our best bets. Let's go ahead and have a great day. We are due a bounce back day today, and I think it's going to be it. And like I always say, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and let's cash.